I want to show you one of the coolest things ever. This is an old fire hall, but it's actually a movie theater, and my movie is playing in there right now. So why am I not inside watching it? Well, I'm doing kind of the most old school director thing ever, and I'm just not gonna watch it. I've seen it like 30 times now. We've had an incredible festival run. But I wanted to talk about that today, directing. I'm here in New York because Danny premiered his film last night. I got to go see that. That was super cool. I think I'm sick. And then just happened so that my film's premiering here in New York as well. So once I kind of started thinking more as a director, it was very helpful for me. And I'm just trying to think, I want to sit down. I'm wearing white pants.
Oh, what a loser!
So before you do any film, short documentary, short film, you gotta ask yourself, what is my perspective? What is it that I want to say with this film? And then you need to begin writing down how you're going to show that without words. It's kind of strange. It's a process as a director, which is instilling your vision into the film. Like my film, Okay, that's playing tonight, my perspective is that being on the autism spectrum is okay. It's not something to be disappointed about, it's something to celebrate. So how, rather than having someone just say that, because that's boring when people just say their perspective, I began thinking, how am I going to show this in the film? Because it's so fun for your audience when they can begin to discover your director's vision, your perspective in the film without hearing you say it. It's like a mystery. It's like you're leaving little tidbits throughout the film. In Danny's film that we saw last night, one of his perspectives is that you don't know what's really going on in someone's life. I don't want to give anything away, but you could really see how Danny put this into the scenes of the film. This is why just doing interviews in a documentary is one of the least creative ways to get your vision across. Ugh. Just as I hit record, literally, I can't be upset about emergency vehicles. They have a job, but I'm out here vlogging. It's very important.
I'm so important.
Another key element that's overlooked so often in filmmaking is the power of silence.
What?
Your audience needs time to digest what's happening. They need time to process your film. This doesn't mean that you should be making a slow film, but we sometimes think that we need music, we need people talking, we need action, but just seeing a person's perspective or seeing them think is just as powerful as hearing them talk or feeling a new song and the score coming up in a film. Some of the best film scenes you'll ever see in a movie are when there is silence. And we watch people process the different themes or events that are occurring in the film. Don't overlook the power of silence. Another thing you should be doing whenever you're writing a script, filming a documentary, or more importantly, in the edit, is asking yourself, does this scene, does this interview, or what's being shown really matter to the film? And this is why you want to have a perspective, a theme as a director that you're trying to express in your film. You can't be trying to make a statement about every issue in life in your film and then ask yourself in the edit, do I need this scene? I find in Art of Documentary, when we're reviewing people's edits, filmmakers from our academy, one of the more common statements we have is, you could probably cut this scene. I'll tell you this, 9 times out of 10, making your film shorter will likely make it better. That's not necessarily a rule, but in my experience and with all of my own art, the first cut is always a couple hours longer than it should be. I mean, Danny last night mentioned with his film, his first cut, I think was 2 hours and 20 minutes. And in the end, he made the film 1 hour and 46 minutes. Think about how much time he cut out. Nearly 40 minutes, and the film was strong. And I bet you Danny's watching that screening last night thinking about even new scenes he would want to cut. I know my film that's playing at the theater, it's not there, it's just the sky. But I'm already watching it thinking, I can't wait to cut this down because we're eventually going to be going to TV in the fall, and we got to cut it down to 54 minutes. It's 86 minutes right now, but that's going to be fine. There'll be scenes that we just didn't really need in the film, but when you have people trapped in the theater, you can show a longer film. Everything just looks better when there's been a little bit of rain. Like Hollywood pays lots of money to do what they call a wet down, where they'll just have a truck, put a bit of rain, so then you get that kick off the ground, get some nice backlighting. My last point is, and I perhaps should have started with this because this is something I'm seeing as a big issue now, is what are you influenced by as a director. The friends you have around you, the community you're in, the art you're consuming, the music you're listening to, what you bring into your brain will come out in the films, the art that you create. So what are you influenced by? Are you just looking at Instagram and going to Netflix and looking at the most recent films? Or have you spent some time looking at the history of cinema or looking at some Renaissance paintings? This all might sound very pretentious, but the more diverse the art is that you're consuming, the more interesting the storyteller you will become. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna use Bach and Beethoven as your score.
This is absurd.
But if you're just watching the latest Netflix films, the art you create will just repeat that. Now, it's good to have influences. It's good to have films that inspire you. But what I'm saying is if you're just consuming the most recent trend, you're going to make a film that is trendy and not necessarily be timeless. Perhaps you want to explore a trend, and that's totally okay. But what I'm saying is you're not going to break through as a director if TikTok, Instagram, and even just YouTube, you watching this right now, is your place for inspiration. Go look at some art that you don't like. Go listen to some music that maybe doesn't feel right at the time. This is okay. Exposing yourself to a variety of art forms and mediums is going to give you a deeper, more holistic perspective as a director. And all my favorite directors are watching and consuming art that I've never heard of. But if you're just looking at the most recent trends, if you're just watching the most recent YouTube content, you're just gonna be making the same stuff. And you have a unique perspective. You don't just need to copy what's out there. Let it inspire you, perhaps let it guide you, but don't let it be the benchmark that you're going for. Try something different. I'm gonna go find a bar and drink a non-alcoholic beer because I have my race coming up, and then hop back into the movie theater for the Q&A. Thank you to everyone who was at the film screening tonight. It's the nicest thing you can ever do, coming out to a director's film. Leave some comments below. I'm kind of not taking a lot of sponsors right now on my YouTube channel because I want to just talk about whatever I want to talk about. I have a few sponsored videos coming up, and they always help to pay the bills. I'm not getting killed here, but let me know any topics that you're interested in, and I hate goodbyes. I never know how to do this. Have a great day. I thought I was recording. I just did my whole opener and I wasn't recording. So let me go back and do this.